What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making TikTok recipes. Now, here's the thing. I have this sick obsession with finding recipes and making them lower calories. So we found these recipes on TikTok, but I'm gonna make them lower calorie options with even less ingredients than they're providing us. I hate cooking with a ton of oil. I hate cooking with full fat, full calorie things, because to be honest, why waste the calories on stuff you don't have to? So yes, we are going to be creating TikTok recipes, but with a lower calorie option. So we have 3 recipes that we're gonna be doing today. We have 2 savory fun snacks, and then we also have a dessert that we're gonna be making. So first thing we're gonna be making is low calorie mozzarella sticks. Super excited. It's literally 4 ingredients total for the mozzarella sticks, and it sounds amazing. So I'm really excited for that. Then we are going to be making kale chips. I've had kale chips before. They're super good, so I'm really excited for this. We'll show you how to make those low calorie kale chips. And then we are also gonna be making a dessert. We're gonna be making mango sorbet. Now, the TikTok showed me pineapple sorbet, but to be honest, they didn't have frozen pineapple, and I was not about to cut up a fresh pineapple and put it in the freezer just for the sorbet, so I bought frozen mango because that's what we had available, so that's what we're using. So let's get started with the mozzarella sticks. I got this idea from Doris Abel, not really sure how to pronounce it, but we're gonna stick the video down here and follow her exact process, but of course make it a little less calories. So she starts off with normal cheese sticks. Now, normal cheese sticks are like 90 to 100 calories per stick. I found these light cheese sticks that are only 50 calories per stick, which is freaking awesome. 2.5 fat, 1 carb, and 6 protein, which is pretty high protein for cheese also. She starts with cheese, flour, all-purpose flour. This is all-purpose flour, but I added some Himalayan pink salt, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some paprika into this to jazz it up a little bit, make it a little bit flavorful, more than just plain all-purpose flour. And then she has eggs, 2 eggs, and we have our cage-free brown eggs here. And then she has breadcrumbs. I'm using panko breadcrumbs, which the serving size is pretty good. For half a cup, which will probably cover the entire thing of cheese sticks, is only 120 calories, 0 fat, 26 carb, and 3 protein. That's gonna be for the whole batch. So that's pretty freaking good. And so what she does is she dips it in the flour, dips it in the egg, then dips it in the breadcrumbs, and then she fries it in a pan. She puts oil in a pan and fries it, but we're not gonna do that. What we're actually gonna do is we are going to take a baking sheet, we're gonna spray it with 0 calorie Pam olive oil, and we're gonna air fry ours. So the really cool thing about my oven is it has an air fryer setting, so it's gonna make our lives a lot easier. But by air frying it, we're saving like 80 calories per cheese stick just in oil to this recipe. So I'm really excited to dive into this. So I'm going to work on getting all this stuff mapped out, and let's dive into it. All right, I got everything in its nice little line. Cheese, flour with all our spices, 2 eggs, and panko. First things first, I am going to not use this whisk because this is too tiny of a fucking bowl for this whisk. Your girl is going to use a fork. If I have a clean fork here, and I do, look at that. All right, so we are going to whisk these eggs up, mix them up nice and good. Whisk, 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 whisk. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to take 1 single cheese stick. We're gonna roll it in the flour mixture, which to be honest, I was skeptical. I really didn't think this flour mixture was gonna stick to the cheese, but it's sticking very, very well. Okay, flour mixture. Now we're gonna dip it in the egg mixture. Okay. Then once it's coated in the egg mixture, then we're gonna dip it in the bread crumbs. That's about all I got. So now we have our cheese sticks on our pan with aluminum foil and our 0-calorie pan cooking spray. I have my oven turned on air fry at 450. Now, I feel like if your oven doesn't have air fry, you could probably bake these and it would probably do the same thing if you bake them at a super, super high temperature. But we're gonna throw these into the oven. And honestly, I don't know how long we're gonna put them in there for because this lady fried hers and we're baking ours. So let's see. Let me think. Let's start with 5 minutes because cheese scares me a little bit. So let's start with 5 minutes since it's on super high. And then once it beeps, we will double check it and update you on. Okay, moving on to kale chips. So you don't need a ton of stuff for these kale chips. I'm adding a little extra seasoning than the last person did on the TikTok, but we are gonna do a tray with aluminum foil, some olive oil, Pam, 0-calorie. You're just gonna grab your already washed kale, throw it on the pan, and you can make as many pans of this as you want. It's really up to you. And then we are going to spray it again with the Pam. This is going to save calories. It's gonna save us calories so we don't have a ton of olive oil on this. So first I'm gonna do some garlic powder, just a little bit of a drizzle. Add some seasoning. Then we're gonna do onion powder. Not too much. Then we're gonna do some Himalayan pink salt. And some red pepper flakes. Add a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick. And then lastly, we are going to do some low-fat mozzarella. Nothing's wrong with adding a little bit of cheese to everything. So some low-fat mozzarella. Then we're gonna come over to our oven. And so we already took the mozzarella sticks out. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So I dropped the degrees down on 450 to now air fry on 400. Okay, so we're gonna throw these bad boys in here. And we're just gonna put a timer on for 4 minutes. And we are going to let that sit while we make our mango sorbet. All right, so now we are going to make our sorbet. We're gonna start with some mango chunks, and I have a recording down here too, so we're multi-purposing. Starting with some mango chunks that I just got frozen already at the grocery store. We're gonna throw the mango chunks into our magic bullet, open up our coconut milk, and I got the unsweetened light coconut milk. Now here's the thing, I've never made this before, so I don't really know how it's gonna turn out. So we're gonna see. We're gonna do, I think that might be the one. Looks about right. Let's see. We can always add more. You know? Can't add less. You can always add more. All right, let me grab my kale chips right quick. Debatable. Okay, ready? All right, so let's see, after many thick girl attempts, how this turned out. So I ended up using about a half cup. What I would do if I were you is start with a half cup. Ooh, yeah, that's some good consistency. I would start with a half cup and then you can always add more because you can't take it away, but you can always add more. So just for time's sake, because you know, I don't want this to melt, I'm gonna try this first. I've never had this, so we shall see. Actually, it's pretty good. And you know what? I don't even really like mangoes, and this is pretty freaking good. But you know what I would probably do? Since we use coconut milk, it's not necessarily gonna freeze all the way, specifically because coconut doesn't really necessarily freeze all the way. So what I would probably do is throw a top on this and put it in the freezer for a little bit, just so it's a little bit more consistent. I mean, that's some pretty good consistency, but I feel like it could be better with some time in the freezer. So I would say the mango sorbet, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It would probably be better with pineapple if I wasn't lazy. I just cut up the pineapple, froze the pineapple, made the pineapple. If you could find frozen pineapple, do this with frozen pineapple, but the mango, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Would definitely eat again, for sure. That's okay. We tried really hard here, but I made 2 trays. One turned out great, the other one, not so much. So we're gonna try this one. So we have our kale chips here. So we are gonna see. We're gonna see how we feel. I've had kale chips before. I think they're pretty good, but we're gonna see if my kale chips are good. You know what? That's actually really fucking good. I would put this in a bowl and watch TV and eat these. That's actually really good. I rate these 9 out of 10. Can't give it a 10. Can't give it a 10. 9 out of 10 for sure. You know what's last? Save the best for last. I'm actually really excited about this. I've never made these, so I'm really pumped to see if they're good. So I just have some generic marinara sauce that I got from the store yesterday. I always keep marinara sauce in my cabinets for any, you know, random mozzarella sticks that I make. So we're just gonna put a little bit in here. And let's see how they turned out. Oh yeah, I already knew they were gonna be good. This is just unfair. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Would recommend, would for sure make again, definitely. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I seem to always do my outro with Marley in it because I think it makes it 20 times better. So if there's any topics that you guys want to see, anything else that you want to see on my YouTube at all, whether it is different recipes, different health and fitness hacks, different weight loss hacks, nutrition, training, home renovation, whatever it is, comment below, so I can make more awesome content for you guys just like this. And do not forget to subscribe and click on that little bell so you never miss a fit tip from me again. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.